What does it look like when pride isn't just an attitude, but a crown you refuse to let anyone touch? In wrestling, it's Roman Reigns walking to the ring like the whole industry is his island. In anime, it's Vegeta staring down gods and monsters with the same message in his eyes. I was born for dominance. Today on Canon Clash, we're putting the tribal chief face to face with the prince of all Saiyans, because their royal pride isn't a gimmick. It's a world view. Let's start with Roman Reigns. For years, Roman carried the weight of being the guy, but it was the tribal chief era that turned that pressure into power. When he returned in 2020 and aligned with Paul Heyman, it wasn't just a character shift, it was a declaration. Roman stopped asking to be accepted and started demanding acknowledgement. The Universal title reign wasn't only about winning matches, it was about building a dynasty on live television. WrestleMania main events, the bloodline at his side, the head of the table symbolism. Everything about Roman's presentation screams legacy-driven dominance. He doesn't just want to be champion. He wants his family name, his lineage, and his authority to feel inevitable. Now look at Vegeta. From the moment he enters Dragon Ball, he isn't introduced as a scrappy underdog. He's royalty. The prince of all Saiyans, raised on conquest and hierarchy, obsessed with what he believes is his rightful position at the top. But Vegeta's story hits hardest because pride doesn't make life easier, it makes it heavier. His rivalry with Goku isn't just competition, it's an existential crisis. Every time Goku surpasses him, it challenges Vegeta's identity. And the Majin Vegeta arc is the purest snapshot of dominant royal pride turning into self-destruction. He'd rather become a monster than accept that he's changed, softened, or, worst of all, fallen behind. Here's the core theme: dominant royal pride. For Roman, royal isn't fantasy, it's cultural and familial. He carries the Anawahi legacy like a birthright, and he uses it to justify control. Watch how he speaks, slow, deliberate, like a king granting an audience. Even his catchphrase, "acknowledge me," isn't a request. It's a command. In wrestling, that commanding presence is a weapon. Roman can make an arena feel tense without throwing a punch, because dominance isn't just physical, it's psychological. He wins before the bell sometimes, simply by making you believe resistance is pointless. Vegeta does the same thing in anime, just turned up to cosmic volume. His commanding presence is in the way he stands still while the world shakes, in the way he refuses to flinch, even when he knows he might lose. Vegeta's pride talks first. He'll challenge you, insult you, and stare you down like you're already defeated. And when he powers up, it's not just energy, it's assertion. His body is basically saying, "I will not be small." Then there's unshakable confidence. And here's the interesting part. Both men have confidence that survives humiliation. Roman has been booed, doubted, and questioned as the chosen one. Yet the tribal chief flips that history into fuel. He doesn't pretend the criticism never happened. He weaponizes it. The message becomes, "You didn't believe in me? Fine, now you answer to me." That's confidence built from surviving the storm and deciding you're still the center of the story. Vegeta's confidence works the same way. He loses. A lot. Sometimes brutally. But he keeps coming back with that same royal certainty even when the scoreboard says he shouldn't. That's why Majin Vegeta hits so deep, because beneath all that confidence is fear. Fear that he's not enough, fear that he's losing what made him him. And honestly, that's painfully human. Plenty of us act tough when we're really guarding an identity we're afraid to outgrow. Finally, legacy-driven dominance. Roman isn't only holding titles, he's building a bloodline myth. Every family member pulled into his orbit becomes proof that his reign is bigger than belts. It's about order. But dominance has a cost. The tighter Roman grips leadership, the more it demands loyalty tests, control, and sacrifice. That's the shadow side of pride. When you're desperate to be respected, you can start confusing respect with fear. Vegeta's legacy problem is even more personal. He's not just trying to win, he's trying to prove the Saiyan royal line still means something in a universe that keeps evolving past him. But over time, Vegeta's growth is learning that legacy isn't only what you inherit, it's what you choose to protect. When he fights for his family, for Earth, for something bigger than his ego, that's not weakness, it's maturity. He doesn't stop being proud. He learns what his pride is for. And that's the takeaway for real life. Roman Reigns and Vegeta remind us that confidence isn't the absence of insecurity. It's the decision to move forward while carrying it. Pride can build you into a leader, give you standards, keep you disciplined. But if pride is only about being above others, it traps you. The real evolution is turning "I must be the best" into "I must become my best," because one is about dominance and the other is about growth. Roman and Vegeta both walk like royalty, fight like destiny is on their side, and demand the world treat them accordingly. But their greatest battles aren't against opponents. They're against the part of themselves that thinks worth can only be proven through control. And when they overcome that, even for a moment, they don't just look powerful, they look free. When worlds collide, heroes rise.